It's on now. True. It's on now.
Let's talk hoops, man. Let's get right into it. It's been a lot of crazy trades. First off, let me introduce myself. Welcome to Wavy Buckets. It's the hostess with the mostest, your boy Wave. And this is the place where we talk about basketball. And in today's episode, we're going to get right into the trades that have been going on throughout the league. It's been about 4 trades so far and a couple more coming, especially with the fact that the NBA draft happening tomorrow. That makes a lot of this stuff more interesting because a lot of teams is trying to quickly make their moves to put themselves in position to get a really good asset out of the draft because, like, let's be honest, this draft isn't really strong. It's really top heavy. So if you put yourself in a position where you could pick a solid role player out of the draft, man, you could really develop that player into somebody great, especially if you got a great system. Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Let's get straight into it. The first one you see, the Bucks acquired Bogey via signing trade, and they also traded away Justin James to Sacramento for Dante DiVincenzo, Ersan Ilyasova, and DJ Wilson. Now, if I want to say who I believe win this trade, I really would say Milwaukee win because Milwaukee need wing scoring, and Bogey gonna bring that wing scoring. He a really good shooter. He can handle the ball, and he will help the two that's already over there, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I can't remember his sidekick, so forgive me, but the number two over there. So Bogey will really help. They need some scoring. As far as Sacramento go, Dante DiVincenzo is kind of the best player, and they if they lose Buddy Hield, because it sounds like Buddy Hield want to leave, this is kind of a decent pickup. It really won't really replace all of Buddy Hield's production, but it's still a decent piece. So I feel like Milwaukee won that one. Bucks also acquiring Drew Holiday for multiple picks, and Milwaukee will get Drew Holiday. New Orleans will get Eric Bledsoe and George Hill, and 3 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps. They don't really specify what the 2 pick swaps is, but they get 3 first-round picks. So, I mean, with that, just the potential of that, I would say New Orleans won that, and they also get 2 veteran guards, kind of what they need. You probably could get some value for Bledsoe since you already got Lonzo, or get some value for Lonzo and take George Hill off the bench because George Hill is a really good backup guard. So George Hill will stay, and Eric Bledsoe or Lonzo might be moving out depending on what New Orleans do with their pick. All right, so if I mean Milwaukee looking really good if they could close this deal out here. They looking really good with Drew Holiday, Bogey, uh, Antetokounmpo, and Middleton. Finally got his name, Middleton. I'm sorry, Middleton, but it happens. But so Milwaukee looking really good out east, man. I see why James Harden trying to go over to Brooklyn. Also, for the third trade, the Rockets closed to trade in Rob. Well, this deal is completed. So Robert Covington is going to Portland, and Houston get Trevor Ariza, the number 16 pick, and a protected first round pick for next year. I believe Portland wins this one because Robert Covington is kind of like Trevor Ariza. It's like trading the same player, but one is younger. Robert Covington is. I mean, I hope nobody takes this disrespectfully because Trevor Ariza was a really good player in his earlier years, especially with the Knicks and the Lakers. So it's not really a spite on Robert Covington. I just feel like Portland got the better of that trade because they got the same player, just younger. And they needed somebody in that position to fill that slot if they don't bring Melo back. And I don't think they're going to bring Melo back. I believe Melo played really well, but I don't believe they're gonna bring him back. All right, everybody know the Suns got Chris Paul, and the Thunder got Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Ty Jerome, and Jalen LeClaire, aka Baby Westbrook, in a 2022 first round pick. The Suns also got Abel Nader. I'm not really familiar with Abdel. God, I'm sorry, I would have butchered this man's name. Abdel Nader. I'm not familiar with him, so I'm not gonna really uh, reply to that. Obviously, Oklahoma got a lot of valuable pieces, but Chris Paul just literally carried them to the playoffs. Phoenix just did what they did in a bubble. You put those two together, and Phoenix got the number 10 pick. So that's an asset already. They still got another asset that they could probably move around and get another person over there. Phoenix is looking prime and ready to make a playoff push next year. Put those dudes on your radar to sneak in the 7th, 8th seed if they don't get another piece. And if they do get another piece, they might be in the middle of the pack. Literally just off of Chris Paul leadership and the fact that Devin Booker has made a tremendous leap in the bubble as far as work ethic. Okay. This is probably one that went under the radar because there's no real big names. Brooklyn get Bruce Brown, and Detroit get Designan Musa in a 2021 second round pick via Toronto. I can't tell you who win this deal. I probably could click on this ESN Plus and see who ESPN think wins the deal. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's see who ESPN feels won this deal. So they think Brooklyn got the B plus grade for that, and so they believe, according to ESPN, the Brooklyn Nets won that deal. I'm not too familiar. I don't watch a lot of Pistons games, and I didn't watch a lot of Brooklyn games this year, so I'm not familiar with those two guys. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Now the Lakers is still trying, even though it's pretty. According to Woj, the deal is pretty much done. That was him talking in the video about that. The Los Angeles Lakers get Dennis Schroeder, and the Oklahoma City Thunder get Danny Green. Okay, so Oklahoma is piling up the assets. It looked like they in position. They putting themselves in position to either rebuild or yeah, they look like they rebuilding, man. They're not adding anything. They just swapping things out. So they look like Oklahoma just trying to figure it out. Los Angeles Lakers get a solid guard and Dennis Schroeder. We don't know if they're gonna keep Bradley Beal or if they're gonna lose Rajon Rondo, because in my free agency thing episodes we was talking about, and Rajon Rondo might leave, and also Avery Bradley might leave. So with those two pieces, might be walking. That's a great pickup for LA, man. I think Oklahoma is a sleeper winner, but the teams they traded with made their teams better. So Oklahoma kind of went down a little bit. Everybody else went better, but Oklahoma got a lot of assets, and if they do it right, they can really build something within the next year or two. So look out for Oklahoma in that amount of time. Phoenix, look out for them this year. LA is going to be LA, and we're going to see what happens with Brooklyn, because I want to talk about this really quickly before we get out of here. James Harden turned down $50 million a year for 2 years, equaling $103 million, to go and pursue playing with KD and Kyrie in Brooklyn. So Houston got to come up with another package. No, not Houston. I'm sorry. Brooklyn had to come up with a package to entice Houston to actually make that move. I don't know what assets that they have that they can give up and still make their team formidable. Because they have a solid front court. They have a solid team, man. But they would have to give up a lot of pieces to get James Harden, and I don't know if that would keep them in contention. Being in the East would be more easy for these guys, but like they still need their bench players to play well for them to win. Like, they can carry, but they got to do their job too. So you sacrifice good role players, for one piece, it could be detrimental. I can't even. I said that word crazy wrong. It could be bad for the overall team just to bring that one piece in and getting rid of a lot of assets. You know, like the Knicks when they went and got Carmelo Anthony, they gave away all their assets that was playing really well. Gallinari, I forget who else was in that deal, but Gallinari was like one of the main pieces that Denver wanted to give up Melo. And they did all of that. And the Knicks didn't get extremely better. Okay, they did well for a couple of years and then it went down. So they don't want to fall into that rabbit hole. Anyway, if they make any more moves in the NBA, which they will, I'm going to definitely be talking about it and posting more videos to the channel. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notifications. Peace and love.
Hey, it's on now. True. We in the real with Sierra.